Western countries froze around $300 billion of Russian state assets after Moscow's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022. Most of the assets are held in Europe. Britain holds around $22 billion worth. British lawmakers last week voted in favour of a non-binding motion to give the money to Kyiv. Several MPs cited uncertainty over future military aid for Ukraine under US President-elect Donald Trump.
We do know that he feels differently about Ukraine, he feels differently about the security of Europe, and he feels differently about Russia. So if we want to shift the dial on Ukraine, especially in the face of a drawdown or potential drawdown in US support, we need to go further and faster. And we need to seize these $300 billion of frozen assets and send them to Ukraine.
Surely now is the chance for this United Kingdom government to take the lead in arguing now for us to use these assets against future reparations that need to be paid to mend what has gone on so appallingly in Ukraine.
Any cut in US aid for Kyiv could force Europe to make a decision on the frozen assets, says Alexander Kolyander of the Centre for European Policy Analysis.
We would have a fear of abandoning Ukraine to Putin's war machine. And honestly, I suspect if it comes to that, the decision would be to give this money to Ukraine.
Ukraine could pledge to use the cash to purchase American weapons to secure Trump's support, Kolyander adds.
It fits nicely into America First idea. It helps Ukraine to get the arms. It helps Trump to win, to score some victories at home.
But he says the European Central Bank and some national governments have expressed reservations over seizing the assets.
They are afraid that if they seize the Russian assets or practically nationalize them and give it to Ukraine, then it would thwart the trust in euro as the reserve currency, and foreign countries would be pretty afraid of investing their sovereign assets in European stocks, shares, bonds, and currency.
Moscow says any seizure of its assets would be illegal and has pledged to retaliate. But analysts say most Western firms have already written off their assets in Russia. Henry Richwell, VOA News.